Hi, I'm Wendy Strgar, and thanks for joining us on this Yoga for Sexual Health. I'm here with my good friend Caitlin Young, and this is the last sequence in our heart opening, which really is pelvic strengthening. Now we're actually really going to take all this opening that we've been working on and come up to our neck, which is it's such a critical. It's not just the fifth chakra, Is that what it is? Fifth chakra. Yeah. But it's also your whole nervous system has to run through here. Mm-hmm. So it's no wonder
beginning or one end of that information superhighway. Yeah. Connecting the brain.
Totally. And it's like having just suffered a significant neck injury. I just want to say that if your neck is not well and healthy, you cannot live your life. So, so it's really,
you can live.
You can live, but it's really a different kind of life.
Yeah.
So this is a great exercise to be really cautious with and to do only what you can do. But to work towards more strength. Mm-hmm. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And so like I said, cranking up that little volume in the neck and really listening. If you've got a history of injury or if you've got any kind of warning signs that your body's giving you, back off. This is not something that needs to be done and can be achieved in different ways.
Right. So, but the reason we're showing it is because when you open your neck, you also open your fifth chakra, which is where you start to talk about what you need and what you want and how you love people.
And speaking your truth.
Right. Yeah. So we're going to do it backwards this way. Instead of her showing first, she's going to show me because my experience is going to be much more limited, just partly because I had this neck injury last week. And I think it's going to be able to be something that people can sort of see how they can slowly work up to the pose she can do. Mm-hmm. So you do need
And just saying, for you, you have incredible mobility and flexibility in your neck also compared to a lot of people. So for some people, they may not even drop their head back. We're going to be showing fish pose and definitely recommend that you have a block.
Right.
Okay, so if you don't have a block, just watch this first time and just take a peek.
You need something to support the process, I think, right?
So we're going to start out with the feet down, and you're going to bring your hands in really close to your hips. And what she's going to do is she's going to start out, look at that gorgeous lengthening you just did all on your own. So I'm going to place the block below where I think her head will be. And she's going to turn on her pelvic floor muscles. She's going to inhale and lift through the heart. And she's going to exhale and drop the forearms down to the floor, keeping the head lifted. Once the forearms are secure and the elbows are underneath the shoulders, she's going to lift like there's something connected to her heart. And then she's going to start to dip the head back, and it's going to rest on the block here. The throat is opening. The heart is opening.
Shoulders drawing down.
Shoulders drawing down and pressing through the forearms and the palms. So there's, look at that. That little pressing down, I really saw just this opening up through so the solar plexus, the heart, and the throat chakra are opening here. Are you ready to come back up?
Yeah, and I just want to say that the order of operations, yeah.
So chin to chest, and then press into the palms. Use the strength of your arms to come all the way up.
Yeah, and you really, even in that pose, partly what I opened was what you noticed, but I actually really focused here. Mm-hmm. So you really have to have your core strength working to make the rest of this work.
Oh yeah. So the way we stabilize our pelvis using the pelvic floor muscles and the abdominals is key.
Yeah.
When we're putting ourselves in a vulnerable extension like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to show a little bit more advanced version of this where I'm going to bring the crown of my head to the floor. And this is full expression. And I'm going to put my hands underneath my hips. And I'm going to extend my legs.
Let's actually show you even part way down. Because I was all the way at the top of the block, right? Mm-hmm. So some people might be just even here, right? Mm-hmm. And, and that's different than when you come all the way down.
So and my hands are now underneath my hips.
And so this is an incredible amount of strength that you're sort of pulling all the way up, right?
Mm-hmm. And it feels great on the throat. It feels great on my thyroid. And I'm going to come up chin to chest. Woo! And this is the part that's hard, especially if you don't have strength in the neck or if you have an old injury. Using the palms, using the strength of the arms.
Yeah, you had to really actually pull,
It's a long way to go.
Yeah.
So that's fish pose.
Right. So, here's the thing. Be careful and go slow. you know, but experiment with where your neck can move, you know.
Absolutely. So we're going to take it into a restorative pose. This is kind of a finishing sequence in yoga, and I'm just going to have Wendy do this.
Okay.
So lying down on your back and planting your feet. And we're going to use the block and pretend that it's a wall. So this is the point in which in your yoga practice when you might go into shoulder stand or you might go into headstand. And those are not poses that I feel comfortable teaching on tape, really, just to be honest, because there's so many potentials for injury in that way. But this is a safe variation you can do at home and get the same physiological benefits of letting the feet be higher than the heart.
Right.
So let's just take it all the way down to the floor, relaxing the hands at your sides. And Wendy's going to come into that bridge pose. And I'm going to just slide the block right underneath, and she can use it to adjust it because she can really feel, we want it to be across the lower back. Okay. And then from here, we'll take one leg at a time up to the sky. And you can flex the feet and bring them sitting bone width apart. And we're just letting kind of the legs relax down into the hip sockets. Take some deep breathing, and this is just calming the body down. So all of these heart opening, throat opening poses, very energizing.
And actually, you can have your legs against the wall doing this.
Yeah, so legs up a wall. If you've got a wall, that's even better.
Yeah, because then you're not holding with your hip flexors here. So I feel like you're getting the benefits of being on the block.
And if you start to feel your hip flexors really working a lot, you can bend the knees and bring them in toward the chest a little. So not quite all the way, but just a soft bend to the knees, where the knees come past the hips, and that'll hopefully take it out and still getting those benefits.
Right.
So
yeah, no, this is very soothing.
Yeah, nice thing to do before
And also
bed.
kind of nice for your back. I mean, for your back and your neck as a counter pose.
Okay, so let's come on down one at a time. And then lift the hips and come on down and give the knees a hug into the chest. And just take a little rock from side to side. So this is a great way to finish your practice, maybe even coming into a spinal twist. But I think we're kind of wrapping up our time for this segment. So
thanks for joining us, and join us again next time. And tell your friends and like us on our YouTube channel. And we'll be back before long to do more yoga for sexual health. Thanks.
Thank you.